Auzubillahiminash-shaytanir-rajeem. Bismillahir-rahmanir-rahim. Assalamu alaikum students. I hope all of you are fine and you are in touch with your studies. We are through with the chapter number 1 book exercise, and now we are discussing the book exercise of the poem Stopping by Woods on a Snowy Evening. It's book page number 13. What I want to tell you is that in the book we are talking about question number 1. We are not doing part 2 of it. It is a very short question that we just have to add why with it. But I feel that we should discuss in detail, first of all, the topic which is suffixes. A student should know what are suffixes. If they know what is suffixes, they will know what to add, not only over here, but wherever they see a word, they'll be able to add something with it and to make new word out of it. This thing will increase your vocabulary as well, and it will help you out in speaking and writing English. So let me first explain the topic, that is suffixes. Although it is not there in the book, but I always tell my students that don't stick to the book or to the notebooks. That always students complain that this thing was not there in the book and it was not done in the notebook. No, when we explain something and when we tell you something is for you to understand it, and it is the authority of the teacher to give question from anywhere, because once I have cleared the concept of the thing, then it's upon me that what kind of a question I can give you. So the topic is suffixes, and we'll talk about it in detail so that you understand it. Now, suffix is a group of letters added to the end of the word. We add a group of letters at the end of the word to make a new word, to change the entire meaning of the word. So sub means sub, something below or after. We are adding something at the end, so we are adding it after. And fix means to attach. It means to bring two words together and fix them. So we add it at the end of it. So when we add it at the end of it, it is called suffixes. Now I have written few examples of suffixes. In the book it is said that we will add only y with it, sometimes ly with it, and it becomes suffixes. But we need to understand that what else can be added with the word to make a new word out of it. We add full, means full of. When I add full with care, the root word over here is care, but when I add full with it, it becomes careful. Now it is the same word, but over here if you see, I have written careless. Now careful and careless both have different meanings and both are suffixes. So it says that suffixes is added to the end of the word so that it totally changes the meaning of the word. So when we add full at the end of the words, so it means that thing is full of that. If a person is caring and you say that he's very careful, it means the person is full of care. If you say helpful, means the person is full of help, always there for you. If you say the person is beautiful, it means the person is full of beauty. It's not only the person, it can be a thing, it can be anything. Then we have us. It is even OUS is also full of. The words, the examples are courageous, marvelous and poisonous. You can see the root word and then you can see we have added OUS to it. Now it has totally changed the meaning of the word. Then we have able. When we add able with it, it means the person is able to. What? It's very comfortable. When a thing is comfortable, you feel ease. If you say available, it means the thing is there for you. If we add less, it means to be without, means that thing is not there, it's missing. So the careful and careless can be the antonyms. Antonym means the words opposite. Over here, careless and careful are antonyms also, and they are suffixes also. Then we have useless. A thing can be useful and a thing can be useless. Then we have When we add it means that it's the doer, the one who can do. Now, if I say that teach, now I teach English, but when I add to it, it becomes teacher. Teacher, the person who can teach. Then we have painter, the person who can paint, and worker, the person who can work. Now, what we have to do is, why am I giving these details? Is that it's not necessary that we'll stick to the book and the notebook. Sometimes we have to go outside it and we have to learn things because they are helpful for us. So this is book page number 13, question number 1, keep it in mind. Question number 2 will not be done because that has nothing to do with it. Now, okay, the next thing and the next topic on book page number 13 is abbreviations. Now look at your book. The definition of abbreviation is written there. It says it's a short form of writing something. Usually only the important words have their initial letters in the abbreviation. So I've written that abbreviation means actually the short form of something when it becomes short. And what we do, that we write the initial letters, only the initial letters. You must have noticed your school name. If you say Frontier Children Academy, you never say the full name. You always say FCA. If you say Frontier Youth Academy, you say FYA. So these are the short form, these are the abbreviations used for them. So you will understand the words are given here. It says, question number 3 says, see if you can write abbreviations for the following. So they are, the full form is written on the book. What you have to do, that you have to write these short form in front of it. Master of Science, we write MSc. For His Her Majesty, we write HM. Member of Parliament is MP. Master of Arts is MA. School Leaving Certificate SLC. Doctor of Medicine MD. Trade Union TU. Doctor of Philosophy PhD. Southeast, as you know the direction, north, south, east, west, we use SE for it, and Bachelor of Education is B.Ed. So you must have heard these things in your daily life and you are aware of it, but most of the time I never, as I said before in when we were doing suffixes and when we were doing parts of speech, I always tell you, never stick to your book. Sometimes I give homework to the students that go and find out some more famous abbreviations which we use in our daily life. So it can be that I just wanted to make it clear that sometimes if a question is changed or it is not according to the book or something that is done in the notebook, is actually to check the concept of the student. So I hope I've cleared the abbreviation as it is, the writing the short form of something, and what we do, that we write the initial letters about it. Okay, now after abbreviations we are going to discuss contractions. It's question number 4 on book page number 13. Now you can relate abbreviation and contractions, because in abbreviation you also write the short form and in contraction also you write the short form of the word. But the difference between abbreviation and contraction is that in abbreviation you write the initial words, but in contraction you skip some of the letters and you add apostrophe with it to make the word short. Look at your book, the words are given, and what you have to do, as we have done with the abbreviation, you have to write in front of each word on the book. And as I told you that contraction is something to make something small. You skip some of the alphabets and you add apostrophe to it, and then it contracts, it becomes small. So I am will change into I'm. I and then apostrophe M, I'm. Have not will change into haven't. They have will change into they've. We are will change to we're. Cannot will change into can't. They will change into they'll. Shall not will change into shan't. It is will change into its. They are will change into their. Will not will change into won't. I would will change into I'd, and she will change into she. Now this is something which we use in our daily life. We use them very regularly, but the student should be aware that which one is suffix, which one is abbreviation, and which one is contraction. Because in English language, there is a specific name given to everything, and you should be aware of it. So this is it, book page number 13. I hope you got it, and I've tried my best to make the things clear to you, but if not, please forgive me for that, and stay home, stay safe. Thank you so much.